Hello Maximum Lucha fans, how you doing? My name is Miguel the Dude, and you guys know this lady right here. Her name is Datura. If you don't know her, she's brand new to the sport. She's fairly new to the sport. I don't want to say brand new because I've seen you wrestle a couple of times. She's fairly new to the sport. She's very young and she's very excited, and we're very excited to have you here with us. And first of all, thank you very much for being here with us, for your time.
No, thank you guys for allowing me to be here.
Great, no problem. It's our pleasure, believe me. You have a lot of fans, and we want to get your side of the story. We want to get a little bit about you, so that they can know that what Datura is about. First of all, the question that I always ask is, what inspired you, or what motivated you to be a wrestler?
Well, what motivated me was, since I was a little girl, I've always grew up watching wrestling. My whole family just loves the sport. I always saw it on TV. I wanted to be on TV. I used to always say that. And
did you take any formal training before joining the wrestling ranks?
Yes, actually I did. I actually did high school wrestling. In high school wrestling, they actually teach us how to forward roll, back roll, just to get most of our rolls down. The only roll that they didn't really teach us was one of the main rolls that they teach us in Lucha, which is a 3/4 roll.
What is that? I don't know. Are you allowed to say that? Are you allowed to tell us about that? What's a 3/4 roll?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to.
You're not? Okay. Well, maybe you can tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that, and I know that Olympic wrestling and high school wrestling is different than the wrestling that you see now. What are the biggest differences? The biggest differences that you see?
You don't use steel chairs.
That's a good answer. Who have you trained under?
Well, right now I'm currently training under Shamu Jr.
Shamu Jr.?
Yeah.
Good guy?
Yes, and well, before, when I first started training, I actually trained with WPW with Martine. And from there, I went to LA to train with UIPW with Supernatural. And after that, I actually went to TJ. I went to TJ for a few months, and I trained with the TJ Underground.
Oh, the TJ Underground. They're really big here too.
Yeah.
Hey, Supernatural. What's up, Supernatural? Hey, hope you ain't mad at me, man.
Yeah.
So you actually did get some formal training from actual people that train.
Yeah. I actually got many different types of training, and each training was different and difficult, but it was awesome. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's great. I know you're a tough cookie. I seen you wrestle. I seen you last Sunday. I see you take a heck of a beating. You took a cane to the back. Did that hurt?
A little
Stupid
bit.
question.
No, it didn't hurt.
No, not at all.
The marks on my back don't hurt at all.
Oh wow, man! I tell you, man, I don't think that I'll be able to do that. It's not in me. I always wanted to be a wrestler, but then I never found a training place, and that's my problem. That I never had a training place. I had the height, and I was 230 pounds, so I had to wait. I just never did it. Okay, one of the things that I wanted to mention to you is, what do you have to say for the people out there that think that you're not taking this serious, that you think that they think that you're playing wrestling? What have you got to say to those people?
Well, what I have to say is, I actually really respect this sport. Not just because I put on a mask and I get myself this name that I'm a wrestler, I'm pro, I'm awesome. No, I'm still training. I'm learning new things every single day. I'm trying my best. I'm studying and I'm giving it my all. I'm giving my 120%, nothing less.
How many days a week do you work out?
Well, I train anywhere from 4 to 6 times a week, and that doesn't include working out in the mornings and at nights at the gym.
And it takes a lot of dedication to be a wrestler.
Yes, it does.
And you know what? And I'm glad that you said that. That you're very serious about it. You actually are training. You're training with professionals. You're training with people that know how to wrestle. And you're taking this seriously. This is a passion of yours. For you're young, you got plenty of time. The only thing, and you're a tough cookie. You can take a lot of punches, and I've seen you take a lot of stuff. And I feel for you, man. And I know that you'll do great. Just keep going.
Yeah.
You'll do great. Well, who do you wanted to wrestle when you started? I mean, is there somebody that you've always wanted to wrestle?
Well, from the beginning, I've always said, I've always wanted to wrestle Little Cholo.
That's great, cause you wrestled him last weekend.
Yeah.
That was great. How did that feel? Were you nervous or what? I'm sure you were.
I was really nervous because Cholo's he's always been one of my idols from when I started. And I want to be as good as Cholo. I want to be as good where I can have the honor to be in a match with him.
Wow. That's great.
And taking that beating from him was actually, as much as it hurts me, it was actually quite an honor.
That's great. You hear that, Cholo? She was honored to take your beating, dude. And so was Danny, by the way. And so was Danny. Hey, well, that's really great. I always ask, especially masked wrestlers, about the mask. I like your mask. I like the design. I like the pink and all that, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, it looks pretty on girls. It looks pretty on her. Okay. And is this your design? Is this something that was handed down to you? Is this something that you just created? What is this?
My mask is actually, it was handed down to me by Angel Guerrero, another wrestler. This is actually his mask, his design and everything, just in a female version. He made a female version for it just for me, because he wanted to hand it down to me, because he says he saw something in me that he saw in himself when he began.
That's great. That's a compliment. That's a really big compliment. And the Datura name. I know what the Datura means. Do you know what Datura? I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Would you tell the people what Datura means?
Datura is actually a toxic flower. It's a very beautiful flower, but it's very deadly. But it can also make you hallucinate.
Right here. She will do that. She hit you hard enough, you will hallucinate. Okay. Well, I think I've asked you what I wanted to ask you. Some of the things that I wanted to find out about you. I don't want to make this too long because I don't want to bore you people. But I want this to be your time now. I want you to talk to the people. Tell them this is your time. Tell them whatever you want to tell them. Any shout outs you want to give. Whatever you want to say, this is your time.
Yeah, well, all I gotta say is never stop believing in yourself and never give up, because your dreams are closer than you think.
Beautiful words from a very beautiful young girl.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Maximum Lucha people. Thank you very much, Datura, for taking your time to do this with us.
Yes. Thank you.
See you later.